cat's strange behavior alerts his elderly owner about the dangerous situation outside their house. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to m&rtv and hit the bell so you never miss any upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. What is your pet to you? Is it your best friend, your baby, your everything? Your way to escape that loneliness? Well, in moments of help, they can be your saviors. Several times in the past, pets have behaved strangely, which led their owners to some strange realizations or discoveries. Has your pet ever behaved strangely? Was it just another mood swing, or was it more than that? Have you ever wondered the reason behind it? After knowing this old woman's story, you'll definitely take your furry friend's weird behavior seriously. Bandit had two sides, one playful, the other sleepy. These were the two moods of this tabby's life. However, on one fateful day, he was everything but normal. No one ever thought that this cat's action would force his owner to call 911. The owner of the cat was scared if it was too late, was it? Fran Swayze is a native of Buena Vista Seniors Community, Claiborne, Texas. Fran couldn't be any more thankful that Bandit, the kitty, was by her side on that life-changing day. So far, Fran didn't know one of the most important qualities of Bandit. In a way, Fran was more than just lucky to have a companion like Bandit, and she was about to realize it soon. Bandit was found as a stray kitten on the roads. His mother was nowhere near him. The people who rescued him couldn't find a forever home for him. Later on, he was dropped at a no-kill shelter home where he spent the first years of his life. It was one fine day that Bandit caught the eyes of the right person that everything changed for the tabby tomcat. Bandit was a blessed cat, as out of all the other cats in the no-kill shelter, he was the only one who went to a forever home with Fran. However, Fran needed an animal's company to cheer her up. She wasn't sure if he was the right choice for her, although she had a doubt. If Bandit will be able to adjust in a new environment, he was worth taking a risk. So even when she was unsure, Fran quickly signed the adoption papers and took him home. When Fran took Bandit home, it didn't take him more than an hour to get comfortable in the new place. Fran was now certain that this is where Bandit belonged, but there was a bigger issue for them than anything else, and it was a very small place where Fran lived, especially when Bandit was a hyperactive cat. Fran quickly understood that Bandit will not live within those four walls. He was more interested in the outside world and the neighborhood kittens than staying back in the small room. Adopting a cat is trickier than one can imagine. Same happened when Bandit started living with Fran. Bandit used to purr during midnight due to his natural hunting instincts. There were other cats in the area, and Bandit was purring most of the time because he could sense their smell. Fran just couldn't leave him outside like that. Fran knew the risks involved in allowing Bandit to follow his natural instincts, so the pair had to compromise somewhere or the other. Fran started to take Bandit to daily walks. This way, Bandit was able to satisfy his curious nature and make him more comfortable with surroundings. After evening walks, Bandit used to get so tired that he would jump on the bed and would be there until the next morning. But one evening, he started behaving differently. Like every other day, Fran took Bandit for his daily walks and returned home quickly, as Fran's daughter was waiting for her. Bandit, as always, tired, laid on the bed and didn't wake up for quite a while. Fran was busy talking to her girl when suddenly Bandit woke up and went to the main door and started meowing. Fran and her daughter were in the living room. Bandit was meowing loudly, and Fran tried to ignore him for a while, but Bandit wasn't ready to give up. Fran was surprised to see the stubborn cat. Bandit never behaved like that before, so Fran thought to distract him with something better. But will that work? Fran threw a few of Bandit's toys in his direction, thinking that cat will get distracted. But Bandit didn't even pay slightest of attention to his favorite toys. If it would be any other day, Bandit would spend his entire day playing with those toys. However, this day was different. When nothing seemed to be working, Fran went closer to Bandit and said in a strict tone, "No." She thought this would be enough to calm the cat, but that wasn't true. The tabby sat at her place and looked straight into Fran's eyes and kept on staring her. Fran asked her daughter to look at the cat and the way he was staring at her. "It's 9 p.m. and too cold to go outside," Fran was telling her daughter how she just took Bandit out for his daily walk. She thought it was just a bad habit and she should not allow Bandit to go outside at this time. Her daughter had a different point of view about it. Fran's daughter had a different perspective and she suggested to let Bandit go out. According to her, cats can sense things that humans can't. After listening to her daughter's suggestion and the cat's continuous meowing, Fran cried, all right," and opened the door. As soon as Fran opened the door, Bandit ran outside toward the hallway. Bandit was behaving in such a manner as if he knew where exactly he was supposed to be. The cat seemed to be running in pre-decided directions. Fran was running behind him, but it became hard to keep up with the young tomcat. Fran shouted, "Bandit!" but Bandit didn't even turn back to look at her. Fran was becoming curious when she noticed that her cat finally stopped running. He was sitting at the railing looking at the garden. What was it that caught the cat's attention? Bandit was staring and wasn't moving at all. Fran caught up with her cat and took a breath of relief. The moment Fran's eyes caught the sight of what Bandit has been looking at, she was taken by utter shock. Bandit wasn't behaving like that just for fun, but there was something that made him behave so weirdly. She called her daughter loudly and ran downstairs. Fran saw one of her neighbors lying down on the floor. She was an unconscious old lady. So many questions were on her mind. Fran didn't know what happened to her and if someone was behind this condition of her. The elderly woman wasn't alone in the garden. Her dachshund was also there. He sniffed her and moaned. At that moment, Fran not only realized her Bandit's alert nature, but also the dachshund's pain, who was not ready to leave his human alone in the garden. Fran stood there surprised, but her daughter took charge of the situation immediately. The lady's name who was lying on the floor was Mary Baker. She took her dog out for a walk that evening. Mary, who herself suffered from diabetes, named her dog Sugar. That day her sugar levels fell down to a dangerous number, and Mary didn't even see this coming. Usually she used to get her sugar tested on a daily basis, but this was a sudden downfall she wasn't expecting. Before Mary could understand that she wasn't well, it was too late. Mary falls in the garden, and even though she woke up, it was almost impossible for her to move due to her weakness. That's when Fran reached there on time. When I came to, I could see my little dog in the grass right there coming to me. The next thing I know, Bandit, Swayze, and Gravel are there, and I'm saying, "Help me, help me." And my dog didn't fuss at the cat, and the cat didn't fuss at the dog, recalled Mary. The ambulance reached on time, and Mary's life was saved. Although Mary was scared about the worst to happen, she denied getting emergency treatments. Fran and daughter helped her get up and took her to her place. Fran offered her a glass of water and later juice to help her recover from the weakness. How he could hear her, I don't know, Fran said in an interview with CBS. But everyone, especially Mary, is extremely grateful that he did. God works in mysterious ways, said Mary in an interview. Fran's timings were accurate, and Mary was lucky to not have any issues from the fall. Fran and Mary both get emotional thinking of the fateful day. They have now become best friends and share a lot of time together. Mary said about her new bestie, "I'm blessed that I have good friends. They are my extended family." Mary made a tough decision after this incident to give Sugar a different forever home. It's hard for us to let our pets go away, but for pets, it can be devastating, and for the same reason, Mary decided to be very particular about the right home for Sugar. While she was looking for a new home for Sugar, who became a good partner to Bandit. Bandit's story made everyone emotional. He became an internet sensation overnight. People just loved him a lot. Many of his fans called him man's best friend. Fran tells humorously, "We may have to call him Sir Bandit," but I don't want to give him a big head. Fran further added, dogs seem to get all the credit. Yes, dogs are the heroes of most of the good stories, but cats are no way behind. Both cats and dogs have proved it many times that they can sense if there's danger around them. Many dog and cat owners even believe that their pet's behavior towards strangers tells a lot about the humans. These days, people call Bandit the hero of Buena Vista. A person mentioned in a comment, not a cat lover, but this one is a hero. Ladies, I hope you live a very long and happy life and remain friends forever. XX to Bandit XX. While another person went on to say, I'm a big dog person, but Sir Bandit is a very special cat, I must say. Thanks to Bandit, Mary survived that night. Fran and Mary gave all the credits of their friendship to Bandit. Both ladies treat Bandit as a prince, and Bandit open-heartedly accepts all the love and affection that he gets.